we have to bring people like Robert Sapolsky and the neurologists into our present day. Today we have evidence that Pluto's republic, has some validity. We need to incorporate a system where we know that behavior and a person's neurological wellness should be the factors determining the position to govern. Outside of that, if we look even at the virtues that this child possesses versus the same significant females in history like the Mary and everybody else. One, she how you just put it, she is a child, and two, her message is one of concern. We need as a people to share her concerns and position ourselves against the evidence of the last 85 years, the Industrial Revolution, and what the ecological consequences are, and how we can go forward in solving that. At least we must do something. I just love that statement from Alexandria. We too intelligent as species to allow an opportunity like this, because we have no reason for what you would call the illegalization. If you look at the character, the people who constructed this direction for energy, right? And the means that they use, the cost is too high. The cost is too high. We need to appreciate the available, industries that would assist in terms of our ecological existence as a species, and to the rest of other plants and animals that are dependent upon us as humans. We humans can afford to not even house people because of a plant. In this day and age, our technology has gone further outside of housing, and we're housing people for what? For a historical decision made by the significance, that totally, counterproductive. It ain't going nowhere. It's actually creating a position like if it is that we, the humans, have given the world a particular representation. No, we better than that. Even to the warmongers, we could identify based today with the sciences we have supporting our behavior and the people that we put in positions to legislate or however. But I'm not interested in the legislators. I'm more or less interested in appealing to the people who have the significant say and asking them kindly to recognize us as a species, as intelligent as space. We need basically to improve on all the available options and resources that we have as a species in this hemisphere. I ask kindly that we consider our mothers. Our mothers are the future. Our mothers. And let us take our position as the little girl coming from school who could make the recommendation to let the air down in the tire. We are that people, and I am that person representing us. A voice that must be heard from our hemisphere. The southern hemisphere is not only one area of rainforest, it's the whole rainforest stretches. We are the lungs of the globe. And our planet cannot continue to be misused and abused by war, an economy that's not necessary. We could civilly, and the word is really an interesting word, crude oil. When there are much more, today we need to protect soil, not oil. And when we look at our definition energy, we need to have a lot at this present point, according to the petition, this drive, that this awareness, this consciousness that this young woman bring into to our awareness. We should be grateful that at least she had the constitution to keep her objective in the forefront. that we here could even interpret it, get the opportunity to look at it and look at the history, look at the data, look at the last 85 years, look at the Industrial Revolution, look at the reasons and the character of the people who protected its progress, and we are grateful for the ambitions because it has brought us this far. But the consequences is what we're dealing with now. And let us accept that as a species, that we are now, today, after 85 years, dealing with the consequences of the Industrial Revolution. Because the Industrial Revolution would have brought with it a particular demand for an energy source. And today we don't need to be so crude in our energy supply. We have enough intelligence to do it with our globe and our planet in consideration, so we can stand on the fringes, on the perimeters or wherever of our globe, knowing then that we are so intelligent, we have now, positioned ourselves in the galaxy. Let us try to understand the benefits of a clean industry. You know, it have basically history, and we need to be much more concerned about our citizenry. We cannot be still people who still planting tobacco 80-something years or 50-something years, or let's say how many years ago. The consideration to provide after the evidence in 40, while the declaration might be appealing for the fact that tobacco use is contributing to the ill health of our society, our species. All we needed to do was to interpret this particular product. That I am not promoting smoking. I don't feel it's the most appropriate way to use any healing. But the point about it is that in the case of the hemp sativa, the plant has all the characteristics from history to provide cottage industry, right? The deforestation, the purification. This thing was used outside of Chernobyl. Chernobyl was the nuclear disaster that happened, and the amazing beauty of this random selection, or the what do you call it? The person in charge of the simulation, the simulator. You know that it grew, the plant grew. And we have to be that little girl who talking about letting down the air in the tire. We cannot be a people that watching and not doing nothing or waiting to see. The same people who created this whole construct. We can make a recommendation, let us let down the air in the tire. So I ask kindly for your consideration and the concept and the message and appeal in any which way possible for the realization of climate change and its consequences and the effects. Just look at, walk around, look at on top of the hills and see how much areas are our water consumption. Let us pay attention, and if we could help areas of our globe, on our home, because it is still our home, whether it is on the other side of the hemisphere, wherever, or we must be appreciative, and as a species, we need to pass the stage. Thank you. I think